guys, welcome or welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing balayage highlights and a keratin treatment on my client. Now I'm going to be answering all your frequently asked questions about keratin treatments and hair color. So let's dive in. Alright, so this is my client's hair before applying her hair color, and this is her hair grown out from her last balayage highlight service, and that was about 9 months ago. And at the time of this recording, it's also been about 7 months since her last keratin treatment. So today we're focusing on her color, and then she's going to come back in at a later date for her keratin treatment. Alright, so let's dive into this color. When it comes to a balayage highlights, that means I am bleaching her hair. So when it comes to bleach, I like to go steady and slow. So I'm always going in with a lower developer, in order to make sure that I'm protecting her curls during this lightening process. I'm going in with an Olaplex Bond Builder, and I'm just going to mix that into my bleach. And what that does is it makes a buffer between the bleach and the hair so that it doesn't overprocess the hair. And that way I'm going to keep the integrity of the hair and the integrity of the curl. Now, as I highlight her hair, let's get into what exactly is a balayage. Balayage highlights are a coloring technique in which the color is applied in a freehand manner, and it's typically from the mid-lanes of the hair to the ends and gradually blends upwards. Now, this technique is great because it creates a natural sun-kissed look. It's softer, and most importantly, it has a less noticeable grow out. That means you can wear your highlights longer without having to come into the salon and get it retouched all the time, saving you not only time but money as well. As a hairstylist, I love a balayage because it's so customizable for every client and it's so low maintenance. So my clients get to enjoy their color, but then they can also make sure that they're keeping the integrity of their hair. When it comes to maintenance and retouches, I only see my balayage clients maybe once or twice a year, but nothing more, because you really don't need it, because as your hair grows out, it still looks good. Alright, so here is my client processing. As you can see, those highlights are away from her scalp. So this is the beauty of a balayage, because you don't get that harsh demarcation line as if you were doing traditional highlights. This technique gives the color longevity. Okay, so after taking down her highlights, I'm going to apply her toner. Now, a toner or gloss, it's so important because this is the customizable color that is going to be your final shade. And a toner is so important because it not only enhances the color, but it may refine or correct it. So you never want to skip this step. As I mentioned before, this color appointment is 1 out of 2 appointments. So I like to separate color and keratin just to give the hair a break. I like to recommend waiting at least 2 weeks or 1 wash day before getting the keratin treatment. This will allow your curls time to bounce back before getting another treatment. Alright, so here is my client 2 months after getting her color. And I just want to mention, this client is no stranger to color. She's been bleaching her hair for almost over 2 years now, and with bleach comes some frizz and some dryness. So we love doing a keratin treatment because it's going to strengthen her hair from the inside out, and it's going to make styling her hair so much easier. She likes to go between curly and straight, so the Cezanne keratin treatment is going to smooth her hair out so that she can wear her wash and go or her silk press and be rest assured that her styles are gonna last. Alright, so if you didn't already know, my favorite keratin treatment to use in the salon is the Cezanne Keratin Smoothing Treatment. Now that is because it is 100% formaldehyde free, and it uses plant-based ingredients to not only nourish the hair but for a more gentle application. Its natural ingredients leaves the hair moisturized, stronger, and the more you use the treatment, the healthier your hair gets. Now let's talk about what actually is keratin. Keratin is a natural protein that is vital to the health of your hair. It's responsible for strengthening the hair to prevent breakage, damage, and frizz. And over time, our hair naturally loses keratin through environmental stressors, chemical treatments, overstyling, and through daily wear and tear. A keratin treatment is great because it replaces lost keratin in the hair by penetrating it deep into the hair shaft to rebuild and protect the hair from the inside out. Now, as I mentioned, we lose keratin protein through chemical treatments. Hair coloring is a chemical treatment. Now, especially when we lighten the hair, we are removing keratin and protein from our hair. That is how we're able to achieve those lighter colors, by removing melanin and protein from our hair. This is why after coloring your hair tends to feel drier, frizzier, because it's lost some of its strength, some of its integrity. In the salon, keratin treatments have become a great option for my clients who like to color their hair a lot but want to keep their hair strong and manageable. Because to be honest, no matter how much Olaplex I use during the bleaching process, in order to get your hair lighter, you have to take out protein. So that is going to affect your hair in the long run. It will change your hair. A lot of my clients who bleach their hair on a consistent basis, no matter how much we do to prevent it, you will lose your curl over time. That's why I always recommend lightening services like a balayage highlights, because you don't have to go in and bleach your hair consistently, and that saves your curls from having to undergo bleach many times. But this is why a keratin treatment and hair color pairs well together, because what hair color takes out of the hair, keratin treatments put right back in. Alright, so here are my client's curls after processing. As you can see, we got rid of a ton of frizz, and it is allowing her curls to come out. Now, like I said, she's been bleaching her hair for some time now, so her curls aren't as springy as they used to be, but a keratin treatment has allowed her hair to still remain strong. Alright, so as I blow out her hair, I just want to share some tips on how to take care of your color treated and keratin treated hair. Now, first things first, you want to make sure that you are using a sulfate-free and gentle shampoo. Now, that is because color and keratin can both be washed out. So you want to make sure that you are using a shampoo that isn't too harsh and going to strip the color or the treatment out of your hair. Next tip is you want to make sure that you are deep conditioning your hair regularly, and that is because curly hair tends to be drier due to the structure of it, and then when you add in hair color, it gets even drier. So you want to make sure that you are using a deep conditioner that's going to moisturize your hair. Also look for deep conditioners with some keratin in it, because it's going to prolong the treatment. Now, I recommend deep conditioning your hair weekly because it teaches your hair to hold on to moisture longer, and you won't have to deal with dryness and frizziness. Alright, the next tip when you have both color and keratin treated hair is you want to make sure to limit your use of heat styling tools. And that is because they can both lead to dryness and breakage. So whenever possible, you want to air dry your hair or use a heat protectant product that will protect your hair from the heat styling tool. Alright, and that brings us to our haircut, which is actually my final tip when dealing with color treated and keratin treated hair, is because you want to make sure you get your regular trims. This will keep your hair healthy and prevent split ends, This will maintain the integrity of your hair, especially when you're dealing with both color and keratin treatments. I recommend getting a trim at least once a season. That's 4 times a year. And that will make sure that you get off any split ends that will have the chance of running up your hair and causing split ends, damage, and breakage. Alright, so as I flat iron her hair to further seal in her keratin treatment, I just want to leave y'all with some final thoughts on getting keratin treatments and hair color at the same time. So, like I mentioned before, if you're going to lighten your hair, you have to expect that if you go on with bleach multiple times, then you are going to compromise the curl of your hair. If you would like to experiment with bleach and with blonde, I say go for techniques like a balayage where you can go longer without having to apply the bleach for a retouch. So something that's lower maintenance so that you can get it done once or twice a year. After receiving your color service, I would say wait at least 1 wash day before going in with a keratin treatment. And that's because I know that when you bleach the hair, your curls get a little stressed out at first. They're a little stringy, they're a little brittle, and that's because like we said, we took protein out of it. So you want to give your hair a chance to bounce back. And after receiving both your color and keratin service, as long as you maintain your hair regimen at home, and I'm talking your weekly washes and deep conditions, make sure your hair is moisturized, your hair will thrive. As long as you do your part at home, your hair will maintain. Alright y'all, so here are the final results. Look at the color, the dimension of that balayage, and you can see that shine that we always get from the keratin treatment. Her hair looks so healthy, it looks so vibrant. The keratin treatment is truly complementing the color by giving it that true sun-kissed look by being so bright. And as you can see, my client has a ton of hair, and she said since getting keratin treatments, she has cut wash day in half. She's able to wash her hair and style it in such a quick amount of time, and most importantly, her styles are lasting, whether they are curly or straight. She's been traveling a lot, and she says that her hair has been maintaining. Now, if you want to find out if keratin or color is right for you, go ahead and book a virtual consultation. The link is below. Let's chat. And if you want to find out how keratin can fix your hair porosity, I'll catch you on this next video. Bye!